Hello, Transtastic11 viewers. My name is Kiara. Well, it's Kiara, but I go by Kiara. Just starting my watch. I just tried to do answer these questions a minute ago, and it took me 18 minutes. Nobody's gonna watch that video. I can't even upload it. So I'm gonna try again and try to keep it in time. All right. So this is my first time here on Transtastic11. I guess they've been going for a couple of months, but here it is, August 16th, and I'm diving on in. I've been out for 5 years, on hormones for almost 9, and I've had my legal name changed. I just started a laser on my face last week, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say, but my general stats. Anyway, so here I am, world. I'll try to keep up and give everyone, the best information I can. And I really feel honored to be invited. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here. And yeah, I'm going to try and do my best. So, question number 1. How do you cope with misinformed and or inappropriate statements and or actions from those that are closest to you? I.e. friends, family, partner, coworkers, etc. So, friends usually seem to catch themselves. I mean, if someone knows you well enough, they know who you are and they know what pronouns to use and everything. And, they probably won't, tell an off-color story or whatever that would offend you. So usually friends are good. Friends are like the best to have. Family seems to be one of the tougher things for most people in transition. They usually just aren't ready. They're mostly underinformed is the thing. At least with my family, it seems they just don't know enough about transition or transgenderism or gender variance, anything like that. Yeah, my parents are coming around. I finally got a letter from my mom, and she wrote my name on it. That was the first time she hadn't said it yet, but she wrote it, so that made me feel amazing. It was great. I can't wait till it's just normal, everyday thing. But what are these birds making weird noises? Can't wait till it's just a regular everyday thing, but right now it feels really special to me. I have one sister that I don't really talk to because she's insensitive to other people is the nicest way to put it. I don't know. She's offensive, really. She just likes to poke and jab, and I just whatever. So I just ignore her now for the time being. I want our relationship to be better eventually, but right now I just don't know how to deal with her. I'm the youngest, and she's the middle child. She's a few years older than me. But with partners, my ex, I had a girlfriend just a few months ago. It was my first girlfriend in almost 5 years, so it was kind of new grounds for me where I was finally out and having a girlfriend. It was kind of new, and I was so out of practice, I guess, with dating. I don't know. So it was new, but she would show presence of mind in denouncing that she had any presence of mind. She'd be like, "Oh, I just think of you as a girl," and she'd just out of nowhere just kind of say these things, and it's well, clearly you're thinking about it because you're telling me you think about thinking about thoughts and stuff. So I don't know. Other than that, the thing is about this whole thing, everybody, no matter who you are, if you're in a gender variant category or anywhere in the spectrum, straight up, backwards, upside down, everybody makes mistakes. They just slip up. Even to themselves, I hear people, a guy, straight up normal guy, will say, about she or her or whatever would say, those things about themselves, and they're oh, blah, blah, blah. You just make that mistake. So you have to keep that in mind. Some of the times it's just going to be that it's a simple mistake. They don't even mean, anything. But then there are times when, they haven't caught on well enough. And that's the most upsetting thing for us here in the transgender community, but they just don't know. So you just mention it, say she, her, whatever pronouns or whatever you prefer, And then my roommate she'll also, like, break the wall. So, like, she'll, like, mention how I do something, wow, you do that really girly, or, like, yeah, that's just like a girl, or, like, a woman, or all these things. And I'm like, you know, that kind of breaks the wall for me. And I mean, I know I'm a woman, and you know, like, who I am, but, like, you don't have to come out and, like, make it present in conversation that I'm transgender. I mean, just let it be, you know? I mean, I am who I am, whatever. But she's awesome. I'm not saying anything bad about my roommate. I'm so lucky to have her. She's the coolest. But then coworkers, it's like just a different kind of relationship, because you're like forced to be civil with each other, where you're stuck in the same building and under all these guidelines and everything. So it's different. I mean, some people I just let it slide, because we're working together. Hopefully, we'll be staying there for a while, and eventually they'll get it. So I just let it slide most of the time. The cat's upset about new carpet here. But with other people, I've had to go to management and be like, this person's saying these things and it makes me uncomfortable, and I don't know how to tell them. And I don't know, I haven't heard anything about anyone talking to anyone about these things, but it seems like people turn around eventually, so whether they're being talked to or not, that's happening. Then question 2, what have you found to be the most effective way of avoiding, confronting, or combating ignorance in your own community? Avoiding? Straight up, avoid it. If you see someone's being ignorant, ignore them, leave them alone, steer clear. Or, if they're right in your face, play dumb. Like, There was a guy way back when I was working at Home Depot, like 5 years ago. I didn't look all that great, but I was doing my best. And I had painted my nails. And this guy's like all surprised. He's like, you painted your nails. He was really old. You painted your nails. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, why would you do that? I'm like, because it's pretty. I just played dumb. I'm like, yeah, girls paint their nails, please. And then confronting, I find it's best to use affirmative statements. Like, don't come out and say, oh, I'm not a boy. Say, I'm a girl. If that's your thing. For me, it's, I'm a girl. There was a lady at the library who was talking about my account with someone else, and they're like, oh, his account, his this, that, and this. I'm like, her account. And she said, oh, I'm sorry. So, just affirmative statements, things like that. And then combating, going on the offense or defense. So offensive, like getting in their face and be like, yeah, well, screw you too. Like, if a guy's calling you a guy, call him a girl, do the reverse psychology kind of thing. But defensive, I think it's best to just be open or informative, just give them some more information, because I think that's where ignorance comes from, is, a lack of information, a lack of exposure. And number 3, what is the climate of gender variance acceptance in your community? Pretty good. Providence is, we got a good variety of people along the gender spectrum. And it seems pretty cool. I haven't heard of anybody getting into fights or being denied anything, I mean, legally, we're still not, we don't have marriage. I think we have, I forget what it's called, but there's some kind of, they're making progress anyway. So Providence, Rhode Island's doing pretty well with all that. And if I had more time and resources, what would I do to improve the climate? I just watched this film about street art and graffiti. I'd love to throw up just some graffiti here and there with, like, statements or websites that have information, just to, like, get the information out there so there's more access. Or I'd, like, sneak into a school and take all the textbooks and slip in pamphlets and stamps of all websites and information, various things. There might be some kind of backlash with that, though. So, I guess if I had a lot of time, I'd do seminars and public speaking things and make up pamphlets and distribute them in a legal, accepted manner. Yeah, so I'm out of time. Those are all the questions.